Coaches. I just wanted to take a second for you today and talk to you about compound effect and what small deposits of time over time, how that can lead up to a big difference. In our business, we have to be consistent, and you have to be consistent, and you have to schedule yourself. You have to be very diligent in working the business, and that all that leads up to big changes. It's kind of like when we're talking to people about losing weight. You don't lose 10 pounds. You might have a goal of losing 10 pounds, or let's say 20 pounds. You don't start your workout program and lose 20 pounds. You consistently schedule your workout 30 minutes a day. You consistently take time to think about what you're eating, to plan your meals, to measure your food. You consistently take that 2 minutes every day to make your shake. You're consistent. And yeah, so let's say a total of maybe an hour every day. That all that consistency leads up to a pound or two lost in the second week, a pound or two lost in the third week, in the fourth week, in the fifth week, and goes on. And then 3 months later, you've lost 20 pounds. After consistently 30 minutes a day working out and then learning those choices of making better decisions. So it's consistency, it's being diligent, it's scheduling yourself, it's putting it on your list of I'm doing it today. I was told not too long ago that you need to throw away your to-do list. And I'm a list maker. I love to-do lists. I have a list color-coded and everything I'm doing. It says throw away your to-do list and start scheduling yourself. So instead of setting my alarm for 5:30 in the morning, getting up and having a list of things I want to do before my boys wake up and before we start our day, I have started saying, okay, if I wake up at 5, I have 5 to 5:15 to wake up, to brush my teeth, to go to the bathroom, to kind of drink some water, kind of get settled and wake up a little bit. And then from 5:15 to 5:45, I'm taking that 30 minutes to check orders in my back office, to do my 10 minutes of personal development, to do my check orders and see who I need to talk to if they want to keep their Shakeology the same. So I'm taking that 30 minutes and I'm scheduling what I'm doing. 5:15 to 5:25, personal development. 5:25 to 5:30, check the online office orders, email new customers, email follow-ups. 5:30 to 5:45, invite 3 people. So I'm scheduling it. And all I'm doing is taking 30 minutes every morning to check in on my office, reach out to people, follow up with people. That's small, 30 minutes a day, but it's scheduled. So that's the biggest thing is schedule and make sure you're consistent. Now, what's happening, I've been doing this about a year now. What's happening for me now is even in months where I wasn't super consistent and I wasn't working as long, if I could sit down and do 2 hours a day, I would love to do 2 hours a day of training for coaches and reaching out to customers and all that. I know I only have a really small amount of time. So right now I'm still inviting and doing challenge groups, and I'm still working on growing the business. I'm not really at the point where I can focus just on growing. I'm still focusing on customers and coaches and things like that. But what I'm doing now more of is I'm seeing the benefits of all that consistency in the last year. A lot of my customers now are people that I reached out to a long time ago. A lot of my customers now are people that are like, oh my goodness, I stalk your Facebook and your Instagram because you're always positive, you're always real. When things aren't going right, you don't fake it. Your fitness stuff, like I want to do what you're doing. What are you doing? So that was consistency. If I wasn't trying to be consistent about posting a couple of times a day, if I wasn't consistent about reaching out to people, if I wasn't consistent about my email list, if I'm not doing that consistently, then it's not gonna add up to a big thing. Darren Hardy wrote The Compound Effect. It's a great book. If you haven't read it, I really suggest it. It's a fast, easy read. It's kind of, so take 2 guys. One guy, there's M&Ms sitting on the desk at work every day. One guy decides to grab it like 3 or 4 M&Ms once a day. This guy decides not to get any. Those 3 or 4 M&Ms a day add up in bad habits and good habits. So it's consistency. So consistency being even when you're getting told no, really going after it. The second thing I want you to understand is you have to schedule this business and work it. Kind of like what I talked about, but with your schedule and how you're doing it, you've got to you've got to put into it. This is not a $40 business. This can be $1 million business. If you don't work this as $1 million business, then you'll never get to $1 million business. So this has to be important. You're your own boss, but if you had a boss of like say you worked for FedEx and every day for 15 minutes you had to go talk to Fred Smith, who owns FedEx, would you skimp out on that 15 minutes a day? If for 15 minutes a day, if you were supposed to go and do whatever he asked you to do in that 15 minutes, or you were stapling papers for him or doing whatever, you would not tell him no. So don't tell yourself no. Okay? Schedule it for yourself. Make yourself a priority. Make this business a priority. Everybody in this business has the potential to do amazing things. But if you don't take the time to work on the little things, the big things will never come. Okay? So I just really wanted to kind of hammer that home with you guys is be consistent, put in the effort, the benefits will come. It may not come in a week, it may not come in a month, but it will come. I promise you that. But you have to stay diligent, you have to stay consistent. The 3 vital behaviors: be a product of the product, keep doing your workouts, keep drinking Shakeology. You believe in this product, you need to show that. Get people excited, invite people, share with people. Inviting doesn't have to be cold clocking messages on text message or Facebook. Invite means also sharing what you're doing. And then personal development. I skimped on that for a long time, but 10 minutes a day. You don't have to read it. You can listen to it when you're in your car driving around. Listen to podcasts about just things that you can be doing, whether your personal development is your Bible study in the morning. Anything that you can be doing to grow you, to better you. I promise it lights a fire. It's like the best way to start off your morning. So get started, go out there and be consistent.